for Los Angeles. Both of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bruins will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quick handoff. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I will keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The play action fake. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. And when you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to win the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Torres. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10.
There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's a good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Big fella moving. Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Bruins. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Floats it out in space. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. 1st down here for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground and throw it. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. The give on the inside. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Bruins line up to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. It's a draw. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the 2nd level. Beautiful execution.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Quick release by the QB. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the tailback. Sliding off the defender. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead's extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 28 to Ohio State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye. Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Torres. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Right back to the well. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run the toss. He stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Gonna take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. It's a seam lot. Touchdown, Trojans! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Off the play fake on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass ball's incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the ground with the back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. If they did their part, score, your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got him. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Finding an escape route. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Going to the running game. Running into the open space. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Give him 96 yards rushing, and he's closing in on 1,400 for the season. The Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, UCLA! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames and threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll return it. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's done. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good game.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pucks it out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Defense looks as if it's coming. Might as well give it to him again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the tight end. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. It's complete on the right side. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Hey, listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, USC. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They're setting up the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Drag down Bedell first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Might be changing the route. Off play action on first down. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Bruins can really attack on this second and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. Give him 114 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bruins.
And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the 2-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your 2-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
The score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. He's looking to pass. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Give to the back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Back in 1939, USC first stole the victory bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.